Okay, so vegan snack number one is hummus chips, sour cream chives. They're gluten-free as well, which is great for me. It smells so good!
Oh no. I'm not even there.
The shit.
Alright. We had to start this video off with a banger, and those chips were chef's kiss. Now, being vegan, some are completely for it, some are completely opposed. I'm just a little bit interested. I cannot even explain to you what this light is doing to me right now because the paleness is not okay. Okay, after a tad bit of a commercial break, we are looking a little bit more my color. To start off this video, we're going to talk about the absolute definition of veganism. Veganism is a philosophy and way of living which seeks to exclude, as far as is possible and practicable, all forms of exploitation of and cruelty to animals for food, clothing, or any other purpose, and by extension promotes the development and use of animal-free alternatives. I already avoid products that have been tested on animals, but when it comes to diet, I have a lot of animal produce such as chicken and eggs and fish and a lot of honey. This week, in honor of veganuary, I decided to try a few things differently. Instead of my usual bacon and eggs for breakfast, we had some vegan proteins. And instead of my usual open salmon sandwich or burrito, we had a superfood salad, which was banger. I had a few smoothies and basically had a lot of fruit and vegetables, which I'm seriously not complaining about because they are amazing. I also tried some vegan snacks, which I will happily be including in my grocery list from now on. And overall, I do think I could be vegan for a month, if not a couple months. But perhaps being vegetarian would suit me better because I seriously can't do without my eggs. I'm recording just this bit in the evening time because I had college the whole day and I didn't actually have time to do any vegan testing. But what I did have time for was that I went to the shops and I had a look at what vegan options there are. So we have a few examples just here that'll pop up somewhere on the screen. Do you think if you're really not in the mood for a salad and you're on a road trip somewhere and you need to stop at a garage or petrol station where they have food and you're really hungry, and being a vegan, there is quite limiting amount of actual meals that you can get for the road. I found at most restaurants or cafes or just shops in general, the vegan options were quite limited. They had maybe and some kind of pasta thing which wasn't really made of pasta, or they had some kind of salad. You have fruit salads, or they'll have non-meat alternatives. For example, they'll use veggie falafel instead, and that was quite nice. I do feel like the normal omnivore kind of diet is more catered for. Okay, so the first vegan meal of the week is vegan baked oats, because I love baked oats, and if I can do it in a vegan way without egg and stuff, that would be great. So the ingredients that we need is oats, a banana, maple syrup, vegan milk of choice. I have vanilla milk here. It's said to use almond milk, but I just don't have that. Salt, vanilla extract, and baking powder, which I have like literally zero of, but we're just gonna work with it. Okay, so first we have half a cup of oats, then we need half a cup of milk. So I'm just putting it into the blender thing already. Half a banana. This banana is very skinny. I'm gonna use, if it would come out, which I don't know how much that is, but we're just gonna thumb stuff it here. That's about a tablespoon. Now I'm just adding the vanilla extract, salt, and baking powder. I don't know about you guys, but that clearly just does not look right. Like, why is it so solid? It says a quarter cup only. I'm like, that is solid. that looks very solid. The banana's not even mixed in yet. I'm very... Okay, so this is what we're dealing with right now. It's very liquidy. There's some pieces of banana still in here. But we're just gonna put it in the oven. I just got a whiff of sea salt. And see what happens. Okay, it says to leave in here for 23 to 25 minutes at 175 to 180 degrees Celsius. So just put it in the middle, and that's what I'm gonna go with. Okay, so when we're talking about veganism, a lot of people decide to become vegan for a number of reasons. It could be for health benefits, it's for ethical reasons or animal cruelty reasons. It could be for going green because per se it could be better for the environment, and otherwise it's just because they want a diet change or to try something new, or the other option would be because they've been influenced by other people. And I mean, it's natural to be influenced by other people that you look up to, and you want to try what they're doing, see if it works for you. But for me, I'm just gonna try today and some parts of this week having some vegan meals and see how it affects my body. I have had vegan meals before, such as have a croissant with some vegetables and an avocado. I happen to actually love rye bread, and vegetables and fruit for me are just tops, like absolutely tops. I think I could do veganuary for a month. The only thing that would hold me back is the fact that there's no eggs and no honey, because they are absolute staples, and I have at least one of them a day, if not both. I haven't had tofu before. I had the opportunity to in a restaurant, but I just decided to stick with something that I knew I was gonna like. And I also bought it from the shop before, but I left it too long in the fridge, and when I tried to drain it, it just fell apart and it was gross, and I just chucked it in the bin because it smelled gross. And yeah, so I'm gonna have that. As we know, my proteins are in the oven, so I'm very, very excited to do this. I'm very, very exciting. So apparently it's ready now. It does not look ready at all now. That looks very liquidy. That is looking... I need to get the other one because otherwise I'm going to burn my hands. But that... Whoa! Is clearly liquid. So I'm just gonna... Look, see... Well, it's solid on the sides. In the middle it's like this, but that's okay though. That is okay. It tastes very banana-y, and you can kind of taste the maple syrup, which is nice. Okay, I'm just gonna add my toppings. Dollop of peanut butter, banana, and cinnamon. And then I'm just adding this seed mix on top because seeds are good for you. Final product. This is nice. I definitely could have put some protein powder with it, but I find vegan protein powder is really powdery. So even when you're having a shake, you can actually taste the little granules, and when you put it in oats like this, it's just, no matter how much you mix it, it's always like grainy. So it is my favorite thing. So I actually stopped having oats with protein powder for that reason, because I only had vegan protein powder at that moment. I have normal powder now, but I still seem to have these without any protein, because I used to be really anal about having protein in like all my meals, and we were learning about it in college the other day that centuries and centuries ago we started off with a diet and only one meal had protein, and that was usually dinner. And now the society has evolved, and our generations now seem to have protein in every single meal. For example, you'll have eggs in the morning, and for lunch you'll have a sandwich that has some kind of fish or meat in it. And then dinner, you'll have again roast dinner, or you'll have a burger or something, and everything has protein in it. And I used to be very stuck on always having protein in each meal, but
You don't actually need it.
On to meal number 2. After my gym sesh, I hit one of my favorite places to get food, and I got a tropical smoothie and the vegan superfood salad.
Okay, so there's people sitting behind me, but I just mustn't do it. I should have brought my mic, but it's fine. I debated getting the burrito bowl, but I'm really not kind of feeling those flavors right now. So I am getting my salad now. Very excited.
Your work, thank you very much.
Yes, I am. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm very excited now. Anyway, so. It's a very strong smell of sesame oil. Very, very strong.
Ingredients in here include sweet potato, butternut, chilies, quinoa, broccoli, and avocado, as well as other greens and veggies. There's chilies in here. And this is just a series of me basically dying because I didn't realize that there was going to be so much spice.
There's also lemon or something.
On to number 3. I decided to try out some kind of desserty snack.
We out here, we about to make some mother cookies. And that calls for business here. Oy. These are all our ingredients. We have cinnamon, salt, some dried raisins and cranberries, seed mix, nut mix, flour, brown sugar. It's supposed to be vegetable oil, but I have sunflower oil, oats, and of course a banana. First things first, we need to mash up this banana, and then we need to put in the oil and the sugar as well. So I'm only making half of the amount here, so I'm only making 6 because I only have 1 banana. We're gonna work with it because I'm probably the only one that is actually gonna eat these.
Mashed banana,
A lot of damn sugar.
cinnamon, salt, seeds, nuts, oats, flour.
Does not look right to me. There's so much flour in here. Oh, hold on. It's mixing. Okay, so I added some more oats, and just to make it a bit more sturdy because it was very, very liquidy. And from experience with making something similar to this before, it comes out not chewy. They're not actually cookies, they're kind of like muffin cookies. But that consistency is better than what it was beforehand. Okay, so now we're gonna put it into the oven for 25 minutes. Obviously I just need to put it on a tray first, so I'm gonna do that. The batter's really sweet. This is how we're looking, and it's going straight into the oven, and I'm really hoping these are gonna turn out well because I'm very hungry.
She's done.
Okay, so we have the cookies here. Cut one of these in half. They're actually quite solid because of the nuts and the oats. Hold on a damn second. This is good.
Now let's get into the nitty gritty gutty effects that this veggie goodness had on my body. I have been bloated, bloated this week. Like, I've gone dairy free and I know how visible bloat looks and I know how it actually feels. And I know that cheese can cause me quite a painful bloat. And this bloat wasn't as bad, but the visible effect of it, I looked like I was at least 2 months pregnant. I'm not sure if it was because of the extra fiber or the extra vitamins that are found in vegetables that I just have a little bit of an overdose of during this week. But I found about 30 minutes after each of these meals, my stomach would just it was just humongous. However, the bloat that I had did not hurt. So although I looked like I was labor bound, I definitely didn't feel like that. On a better note, I also felt kind of rejuvenated in a way. Like I got an extra source of light energy. Like everything was easier to digest even though I had a bloat. I just felt like my body didn't have to work as hard. Now, would I become vegan? No. But could I? Yes. I'd love to try veganuary for a full month next year, but I wouldn't be able to be vegan because I train so much and I need an adequate amount of protein, and with veganism it's just quite difficult to get enough in. I'll definitely be incorporating some vegan meals into my life just like I do now with the smoothies and full veggie meals. However, I'm gonna stick to my eggs and bacon and fish and honey and steak and pork and biltong. But if you're vegan, keep on living. If you're not vegan, keep on living. And if you haven't tried any vegan meals, I highly suggest you try some, and who knows, you might be having some and you don't even realize it. And that is me, signing out.